Do you have property up north and you need some advice on what to do with it? I have a very special guest, Andrew MacDonald, Senior Counsel at Amundson-Davis Law Firm. As part of our trip process, of course, you know planning is the last P, preparing your heirs. And I think it's really important to talk about what's going on with that cabin up north and what are the plans long term.
It's really important that they take a look at if their intent is to keep the cabin in the family. I refer to it as legacy real estate. They have to do something other than just leave it to the kids in their names. Because once you chop up that title into multiple names, it might work great for the first generation, but after that is when it starts falling apart. When one child passes away, their share goes to their spouse. Now you've got an in-law who's a part owner in the property. And if that spouse remarries, now you've got a stranger who's got access to that property. Almost always the best option at the parents' level is to create a trust. I call it a family cabin trust. I do quite a few of these for the up north property. It holds that property in a trust for the family, for the kids, for the grandkids, for the great-grandkids, and even for the spouses of the descendants. But the spouses never acquire any ownership interest, and none of the kids or grandkids or great-grandkids can force their way out of it.
Okay, so that's if my goal is I want to leave this generationally, like I want my great-great-great-grandkids to be jumping off that dock. What if I want to leave them the option to maybe sell it in the future?
You always want to leave them an exit strategy where there's a vote among the eligible beneficiaries, and when it reaches a certain threshold, 2/3, 75%, whatever it might be, then they can go ahead and sell the property. The proceeds from that sale are distributed according to the terms of the original trust.
So Drew, what are some of the pitfalls that you see?
Probably the biggest is financial. There's taxes, there's insurance, there's maintenance on the properties. And once you get to the point where you have to start having the kids or the grandkids or even the great-grandkids kick in on an annual basis, you're going to run into those situations where one family is perfectly capable of kicking in their share, but another family is having a tougher time. And probably that's where you come in as far as the best answer is, insurance is a perfect tool to overcome that obstacle.
So when we're talking about putting together a really good estate plan that incorporates up north cabin, maybe it's appropriate to have your financial advisor involved so that we're not compartmentalizing all of the pieces of your puzzle, that you have a cohesive plan, having a trust, having a life insurance policy of some sort, or an account that you set up for that legacy transfer. Sounds like a great way to plan for making sure that your cabin stays in your family if that's your goal.